So we're going to get started with your Google Drive. Google provides you with 15 gigs of cloud storage on your drive. It does include your mail, your presentations, your documents, your spreadsheets, and any files that you create and upload. Google Drive allows you to create folders, like you see here. Inside the folders are documents that I've uploaded or downloaded from my Gmail account directly to Drive. So that's one great thing as real estate professionals to be able to do. So I've already set up a little email sample, and we're going to take a look at that. So if I go to my Gmail, here's an email from me. When I open that, there's a doc right here. A little offer on 123 Main Street, what have you. Here's an actual contract. So you have the option to click download. That downloads it to your computer or your device. You can hit save to drive. Click save to drive. It immediately asks you where you want to move it to. Okay, we're going to select a folder in the drive and move it there. That document is now in that folder in my Google Drive. Simple. Now let's say it's a new file. I don't have a folder for it. Whoops, I opened it. You can hit show in Drive. Oh, because we already downloaded it. My bad. You can hit the save to drive button, and when it says move to, there's an option at the bottom right corner to create a new folder. Unfortunately, since I already did it. Now, if you want to just view it, you just click on the file and it'll open it up for you to view. You can show it in Drive, you can print it, and you can download it right from here from these options. You can also open it with other apps and programs. Okay. You can also save it to your Keep, which would be your Google Keep for documents. You can also save it as and move it to a different file on your computer. I want to put it in my iCloud. I can do that and save it there. And you see it's moving it to my iCloud. It's a lot you can do with it. So let's go to the drive. Okay. Now we moved it to 11819 Bayonet. So if I open that folder, you will see right here. There's two of them. One was uploaded today and one was uploaded previously. So it makes life very convenient. So let's start with creating folders. You can select new, a new folder, title it, and create it. There's your folder. Now, you'll notice that my folders are different colors. Okay, here's my dump folder is blue. That would be a temp folder that's just random junk that eventually gets just deleted. Personal items are always purple. My listing files are always green. Okay, my office files for the company are always green. I'm sorry, these are green, those are red. A little colorblind this morning. And when I have pending files, if it's a buyer, those are done in a different color as well. So we just created the test folder. If you right click or on a Mac secondary click, you can share the folder with other people. By clicking that, it allows you to enter their name and address, whether they can edit or not. Maybe you just want them to be able to view it. If they can edit, that means they can add things to the folder. It's a great way to create a folder to collaborate with someone else if you have a real estate team or something else going on where you need to share things back and forth. Photos is a great way to do it. Let's say you've got one person who's using an iPhone and one person who's using an Android phone. The Android user can't share to iCloud photos. So you use Google Drive and you can just move them into that folder and then they're there. Once you have folders shared with you, it'll show up under here under shared with me. When I click on those, these are folders that are shared with me. Okay, here's all the training classes, timesheets and things like that, something that was shared with another agent. when I select to share with someone else, okay, I can add people right up here. You can select that and put the people in, or you can just secondary click. So we're going to go back and do another secondary click on that. And we can move it. So let's say you create a folder for a listing, 123 Main Street, and then it goes under contract. Well, let's say you want the pending file in its own folder. You can create a pending file for that same property, and then you can come in here and select move it, and you can move it under the listing file for that property. One thing about real estate, organization is key, and having Google Drive and being able to move things around so easily is awesome. So let's say we want to make color code it. You just select change color, and I'm going to make it this donkey brown color. Okay. Now when it's unchecked, you can see it's brown. You can rename the folder at any time. You can add a star, which would favorite it. You can also download the folder or just completely delete it. Now let's say you have things in your drive, like these random items down here, and you want to move them into another folder, like let's say our test folder. So I'm going to take this listing extension, we're going to highlight it, we're going to move it to the folder and drop it in. You can see down here it's been moved. You can also right click and move it to a folder. Now, it really depends on how you want to do it. My maybe moving a little slow. I'm uploading about 3 YouTube videos at the same time in the background, so bear with me there. But you can create folders for anything that you want. You can share them with other people. You also have access from your drive to your Google Photos. Google Photos is great. You can set your iPhone or your Android phone or your tablets to back up to Google Photos. They're accessible through your drive. They're shareable through your drive. They're not on your phone anymore. If you have a 16 gigabyte phone, you're going to fill that booger up if those photos aren't going to some kind of a cloud. So even if you have an iPhone or an Android phone, you can upload to the Google Photos. My iPhone that I previously had, it uploaded to both. So it was using both cloud devices as a backup, so I could access the photos anywhere. Google Photos lets you make folders. You can create a folder for like vacation and then share it to your family and friends. You can make a folder for a specific property and then share it to your family and friends through your database. It's a great tool. Google Photos is awesome. It also lets you edit photos. I'm not going to open my photos right now because it will load all the photos on my screen. And I don't know exactly, how many pictures of my dogs you want to see at this time. So we're not going to open that. There's your drive in a nutshell. You can make new folders. Now let's upload a file. I want to upload something from somewhere else. So I'm going to go to New and hit File Upload. And I'm going to search my computer's local folder. Let's say it's something in my iCloud or my documents. Oh, there is stuff in there. Good. So in my documents on my computer, let's say I scanned something into my computer, and there it is. So we're going to highlight it just like we would. Select Open. You can see it's uploaded. It's complete. And it's right here. You can then right-click it, move it to wherever you need to. I'm going to move it to my dump folder because I don't need it. Here'd be where you'd add a new folder. I have nowhere to put it, but I want to move it somewhere. Let's create a new folder. You have that option there. Just click it and create a new folder. Title the folder. Great. Awesome. Yes. And move the item there. So now I created a new test folder, which will not have the brown tab on it, or maybe because it was the same name. Up, up, up. Look at that. There's a document. So if you don't already have a document created, you can create a new one for each file that you upload. Same thing from your email. when you hit that save to drive, okay, now, this says show in drive, obviously, because it's already in drive, but if you hit save to drive and you move it to a specific folder and you don't have one, you do the same thing like you did here by creating another folder. So you can see I have all my real estate transactions, all the PDFs right here. I also include photos, the receipt from the sign installation, whatever I need to do. You can also upload a folder. So click that. I'm going to go to my iCloud Drive, and let's say I have a folder like this one of photos. Click that, upload that. Because it was a folder that was being uploaded, it already comes in with the title as a folder. So there it is. So if you have a folder in, whoops, I thought it was done. If you have a folder in Dropbox, you can upload that folder to your Google Drive. Okay, and if I go to that iCloud Drive, you can see that the Photos folder is still there. So you can have it in your Dropbox and your Google Drive simply by uploading the folder. Very simple. There's a quick tutorial for you on using Google Drive. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you use it. Whether you are a Mac user, an Android user, an iPhone user, a Windows user, or whatever you're using, Google Drive will work, and it'll work well. That's all for now. Talk to you soon.